This is a Volkswagen XL1, which apparently can do over 300 miles per gallon.
In a lab, and we're not in a lab, we're in rainy Britain. So we're gonna see if in the real world we can get it over 200 mpg with a road trip.
The aircon's been on!
Oh no!
What?
191, we are creeping back up. We might still do this. Let's have a look at this curious beast. So this was kind of Volkswagen's idea of a motoring future I guess we never really got. So little battery, five-ish kilowatt, isn't it?
5.5 kilowatt hours,
kilowatt hours. A tiny diesel engine. We'll have a look at that in a minute. I'm going to take my glasses off because they're just getting rained on at this point.
Blind. Before we talk about the VW, let's address the elephant in the room here. That Tash. I'm getting Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
So yeah, VW XL1.
Yep.
Yeah, 800cc, 2-cylinder, turbo diesel engine, so half of a 1.6 TDI from VW.
I haven't opened the door yet.
I might need to unlock it.
Look at that, sort of the door handle just kind of like disappears.
I'm literally watching Matt finger a VW door handle from this angle.
Wheels, the whole point with this is low rolling resistance.
They're a 115 8015, which is like a bicycle tyre. So it's basically a very expensive soapbox. I think the backs are a 145.
Yeah, so I can actually get my, just like that.
One hand width. And brakes, carbon ceramic brakes. So the whole ethos of this was lightweight. Yeah. So it weighs 795 kilos.
Yeah.
Which
is pick it up?
Ridiculous.
Do you want to take the other side? No,
I don't dare.
The body.
I don't dare yet.
Yeah, if you look at it from here, there's barely anything to it. It's basically a similar ethos to the original Honda Insight. Tiny engine, small battery. You can plug this in and charge it actually, but weirdly, it looks like a Type 2 charger, which is like this kind of standard, you know, you plug in your home wall box, but actually it's a different size because this is so early in like the kind of electric car age, they haven't even worked out what type of
plug to use. What is this? It's got a PC in the back.
This, my 9-year-old son would probably describe as a big chungus. That's the charger. So you plug that into your 3-pin. Fuel tank is also tiny. I think it's 10 litres.
10 litre tank.
Yeah.
And a full carbon fibre tub. So it's basically a race car.
Look how deep that door handle goes. Look at that.
That was a slightly worrying hand action there, Matt. Nice.
Such a dirty mind.
It's like a Lamborghini.
Well, it's tandem seating, isn't it? Because it's so narrow that...
Oh, the seats are offset.
Yeah, because if you were both in the middle, there wouldn't be any room for the centre console, and there'd also be all kinds of bodily contact, which I'd be down for, but... Since the XL1's name comes from the amount of fuel it's supposed to consume in 100 kilometres, our plan was to take the car on a road trip pretty much bang on that length, brimming the tank at the beginning and the end to see how much petrol the car really uses. I'm feeling a bit damp.
I'm feeling a bit low.
I'm feeling really far back.
Right back there. Oh. On your head.
Oh.
Matt, I've got a confession. I've never driven an electric car. I've never driven a hybrid car.
Yeah, well this is kind of the weirdest introduction.
To all of those.
How's she feel? How's the steering feel?
Well, I mean, okay, we're doing 3. There's a huge bump here. But yeah, no power steering. That's quite soft. But no power steering. It's very, very communicative. Easy for me to say. But look at the mirrors. Mirrors are weird. And we're so low. The XL1 has 3 different driving modes. Hybrid, which is when it decides when to engage the engine. EV, which is battery only. And Sport, which is both battery and engine for maximum power. All right, we're still in full battery. The engine hasn't fired up yet. Oh, there it has.
Oh, that's rattly, isn't it? So what is it?
Hang on, is that the engine?
That's the engine.
It
sounds awful. It sounds awful.
It's 47 from the engine.
Yeah.
27 from the battery.
Yeah.
So 74 horsepower.
74
and I
horsepower.
think just over 100 foot-pounds of torque.
Yeah.
So a rocket.
It gets up all right, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're not in the economy run yet, so we can get away with putting your foot down.
Yeah, that was 40. Pretty quick. Guy looks very close behind. I don't know if that's just the mirrors.
I was about to look out for the back.
No chance.
Yeah.
That's the only vision you have out the back.
Oh, this is weird as well. It kind of feels like a bit of an afterthought. But I suppose this is the thing. This is basically like a slightly better cooked prototype that they sold to customers. They sold, I think, 250 50 of these. Only like 28, I think, came to the UK.
So we're in a rare thing.
Yeah.
After getting familiar with the XL1, it's time to brim the tank for the start of our 200 mpg challenge.
Yeah.
So when it's empty, it's got a 10 litre tank.
Yeah, so it's never going to cost you much to fill this up
It's
anyway.
already quite full on the gauge, but we're going to brim it before we start anyway.
Okay,
right, that's it.
One
it's full.
click. £1.15.
2 clicks.
2 clicks. No more clicks. No
Two
more clicks. I
clicks.
think we'll say 2 clicks, then
All
we'll
right.
stop.
So we brimmed it with 0.7 litres, which is almost a tenth of its capacity. People who actually own these apparently leave these at home in your garage. Save serious weight. So we're going to do the same.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Well, you're not going to need it.
Ruining the car, Matt.
You're ruining the car.
Ruining the car.
Well, you're not going to need it. Oh, it's
we're
always
not gonna
good to
need
have a Ryan nearby.
Our battery's already fully
There you
charged,
go.
isn't it? Hang on. Cheers, Ryan.
There you go.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you, Ryan.
Send that in your car. Right, so lighting the car. That was
We
light.
better
Lighten
lighten
ourselves. Yeah, come on then. Off we go. Economy run.
Now, are you going to be able to do this? Because, I mean, it's literally in your name, Gas Man. You know,
Yeah, my name isn't Battery Man, is it?
you like, you know, going sideways in MX-5s and generally putting your foot down. This is kind of usually the opposite.
The one thing you don't know about me is when I'm not doing that, I'm a tight.
Oh, are you?
So the
Right.
most MPG I can possibly eke out of anything I'm driving, I will. If that means sitting at 50 behind a truck, I'll do it. So our route's got a bit of motorway, a bit of town driving,
Bit of everything.
a bit of country road. But when we're on the motorways, we're going to try and sit at about 60, 62, kind of real world speed.
I can't get over how rattly that thing is.
Honestly, any other car, if you heard that rattle, you would stop and think, like, what is rattling? You try and find it when you're searching for it, but
Who'd have thought? 2-cylinder diesel engine.
maybe not the
that
nicely
smooth.
balanced thing in the world. It coasts so well. Like, I came off the throttle ages ago and it hasn't slowed down at all. My frugality in everyday driving, Ben, sorry. Ben.
Sorry, we're filming together weeks.
Yeah, yeah. My frugality in everyday driving hit its peak when I owned a VW Polo Blue Motion.
Oh.
1.4 TDI, 3 cylinders,
3-cylinder diesel.
Three
That's
cylinders.
still also quite rattly.
quite rattly, but not that bad.
Not that bad.
Yeah, that thing on an eco run was incredible. The best I ever got was just over 90 to the gallon over about 50 miles.
That's pretty good.
Which out of a little Polo, but that was full aero mode, full tucked in
aero,
behind
yeah.
the lorries, getting a bit close to them.
So on the motorway, a bit louder than I thought it would be. I've got a bit of road noise.
There is a bit of road noise.
Yeah.
So we're at 60 miles an hour, realistic speed.
Yeah.
We'll sit here.
Because we're not going to want to go lower than the lorries.
No.
But
We've done 7 miles, Matt. Battery's down to 80.5%. It says our average fuel consumption is 117.
long way from where we need to be.
Not very good.
You know, they did the sport version of this.
No, I didn't know
XL
that.
Sport, yeah. So never made production, sadly. But what they did, I mean, obviously a lot of the engineers looked at it and gone like, hang on, we've got carbon fibre tub. You know, let's do something a bit more interesting with it. Instead of the diesel engine in the middle, they put in a Ducati engine.
Bike engine.
Bike engine, yeah. Probably at this point talk about how much these are now worth. So I think 115 grand originally.
Oh yeah, back in the day.
I found one that sold a couple of years ago for 75k.
Yeah, and I saw one up in the classifieds 1 year ago for 95.
Yeah, so still getting
pricey.
a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
So don't go thinking, oh, you know, had a few years, bit of depreciation. I've got a cheap way of getting, you know, high MPG. So now off the motorway.
Yeah, we did about 18 miles of motorway.
Yeah, and then now we've got urban stuff.
Through Northampton,
Good old Northampton.
back round.
How's this going to do the roundabout? I think give it a bit of gusto.
Steering, honestly, the steering is so heavy.
Fiddling.
Understeer!
Whoa! Understeer there!
Traction control.
A little bit.
I
I don't have a Jesus handle in this.
Off. No, it'd be too heavy.
Oh my god.
God,
Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Oh my god.
I pinned it. I kicked down, Matt. I've turned it off EV. Oh no, I've ruined it.
Alright, let's check back that MPG, see what we're on.
130.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not looking good.
No.
About halfway through the challenge, we did a driver swap and decided to put it in the battery-only EV mode for a few miles to see if we could get the fuel consumption back up towards our 200 mpg target.
First impressions?
Yeah, heavy steering.
Very
I see
heavy
what you
steering.
mean. Yeah, still not seeing any movement in the fuel gauge. Oh, the engine's not been on, that's it. Stupid.
Yeah, you're not going, Matt, because the engine's not on. Well, what's the battery saying now?
Battery now, so 188 mpg.
That's good.
45.
On the battery. Yeah, at what point do we pull the plug, so to speak? Is that your phone?
Yeah. Oh, floodline. We do paddleboarding, so it's the floodline saying there are high water levels on the River Neme.
An automated.
Yeah, basically saying if you try and paddleboard, you might drown. But
Yeah,
when
look
it's downhill,
downhill.
you know what? I'm
It's
going
going
to
to
look
speed up, isn't it?
to see what's going to happen with our MPG as we go coasting downhill. 200 MPG. Cheating slightly, but
just battery for the
We've done
last
it.
15 miles or something.
yeah,
Not quite that
but
many,
obviously that's
10.
using the combustion engine for quite a lot of it.
We
So
were, yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I love cars that are built for a single purpose, and they're all pretty much no compromise. And you kind of feel like this is that.
Yeah.
It's not the most luxurious place to be. The seats are so light; they don't have much padding, do they? They're not the most comfortable or plush. The interior is sparse. There's nowhere to put anything, but the car's light,
Yeah.
and you drive it. That kind of feels like the whole purpose of driving this car is just to be efficient.
Yeah.
And
So,
that's
you know,
what
if
it
you want to be
does.
as efficient as possible, it's got to be this. Just don't have any friends you want to take anywhere, don't
Or-
procreate, or have any luggage.
Yeah.
And also you need 75 grand.
So the battery charge is down to 30%, 30.5%. So we're getting a bit of range anxiety. So EV mode is off.
Yeah.
So the engine should fire back up. Right, so how far we got? We got 3 miles to go. We got 10% battery left. We want to use all the battery, but to get it into battery mode, we got to stop. The aircon's been on!
Oh no!
What?
No, I think it's too low.
No. Turn it off again.
You're determined, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
We've
you
gotta
failed.
use it, we've
We've
gotta use
failed.
Oh, EV mode currently
No,
not
doesn't
available.
like it, does it?
Why is it saying that? That's a disaster. 10% of
And
battery
now,
we'll use.
we've got to pull out
Right.
carefully. Go on, take a fucking hit. There you go. Christ, that took him some time, didn't it?
Right, turn all the fans off.
Everything off. Everything off.
And
Turn it
turn the
off.
screen off. Off. There we are.
It's going to
Don't wanna
make a
know.
difference. 191. We are creeping back up. We might still do this.
Come on!
Oh,
it's changed
no.
down. Why is it
Why
changed
is it
down?
doing this to us?
Turn off.
Turn off. Come on, we're going downhill. I reckon 5%'s the limit. As soon as you
Is
get
that
down to there,
5%?
I dare say
maybe.
we have failed. And as well, I'm going to have to turn the heating back on because I can't.
can't see it,
It's
mate.
starting to mist up. Oh, 194. No, we were so close. Honestly. So
Stressful.
we
Very
failed.
stressful.
We failed.
Yeah, based
Leave
on
the door up. Make it look good.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's one redeeming feature.
I know. One
Cool
redeeming
doors.
for. Come on. 191
Yeah, very
MPG.
So what does it say? 191.
191. Now
So-
we've got to do some maths.
Do some maths with some diesel filling up.
I'll do the honours this time. It's,
So in all fairness, the fuel gauge hasn't moved at all.
no.
And with a 10 litre tank, that means it probably hasn't used much at all. But let's just see how little. What was it earlier? 2 clicks.
I'm nervous.
So we've done 100 kilometres, 62
Check
miles.
it's definitely diesel yet. Makes you paranoid.
Ooh,
2 clicks.
go on then. That's pretty good. That is pretty good because the
Yeah.
XL1 was 1 litre per 100 kilometres. So
Yeah.
we've done 1.34 litres in 100 kilometres.
That's
which
pretty
is-
good. Now, some maths.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so, right.
Work that out
What
in
did, actually, no,
MPG.
what did we do?
So we've done 62 miles.
62.7. Let's work it out, you know, because we've kind of covered a bit further, so let's make
Yeah.
sure we get the full lot.
1.34 litres. So, how many litres in a gallon? 4.54 in our UK gallons. Right, that's my calendar. Where's the calculator?
1.34. I don't know why I'm working out at the same time.
So it's used
Hang on.
some fuel.
No, wait.
Oh, it's the other way round.
No, yeah, we need to do 1.34 divided by 4.54
So it's used 0.29 gallons.
for 62.7. So then you've got to do 62.
0.7 divided by that.
What was it again? 0.295. Look at that.
So what is it?
212 mpg
212.5 mpg.
Have f***ing done it.
Yes!
I've never been so excited
Hypermiling
to
heroes.
not use some fuel.
Yeah! And can you believe that is nuts? But think about it, we've just done 60 miles and we spent £2.37.
£2.37, and that's because it's expensive fuel. If I'd have done the normal one, it would have been...
Yeah. So XL1, after all that, very frugal, stressful.
Stressful.
Not the most comfortable.
No.
Engine a bit noisy.
Expensive.
Yeah, expensive.
But
Radical.
ultimate MPG.
Unbelievable. I'm all for it. I want it.
I mean, obviously, it has used some charge. So what's that, 5 kilowatt hours?
5.5 kilowatt hours, yeah.
So, but that's only like a quid, probably, on current rates. Maybe not even that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're generally that smug about just doing
I'm buzzing after that.
Isn't it?
I am buzzing.
If I get 50 mpg in something these days, I'm like, oh, I'm doing very well, saving money, keeping it cheap. 212, nice. Anyway, hypermiling challenge complete with flying colours.
I am dead impressed with this.
I love it.
Honestly, didn't think it would do it.
No. Thanks very much for watching. If you want to see more videos, check them out up here. And if you want to subscribe, click the button down there, and we'll see you on the next one.